What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We're once again back here with another new look rebuild, and today we have ourselves the Phoenix Suns. I actually like what the Suns have done this offseason based off where they were, obviously. They were put in a bad spot because of their own reasons, don't get me wrong, but digging themselves out, I feel like they did an okay job. So let's go ahead and jump in and do a new look Phoenix Suns rebuild in NBA 2K25. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. We're currently on the road to 50,000 subs. If you want to help us reach that goal, that would be awesome. Share scenario continues to get updated every single day. If we take a look at some of the recent transactions, so 4 guys got waived today, so I've updated all of that. And then for whatever reason, Colin Gillespie was not on the Suns, so that was just a misstep by me. That should have been done a long time ago, but I forgot about it. And then of course the Suns recently just claimed Jordan Goodwin from the Lakers, and they signed Jared Butler. So Suns are now up to 15 players on the roster, all their two-way spots filled as well. I know there's still rumors about Grayson Allen and Royce O'Neal potentially being packaged together to make a trade, but probably not going to happen if I had to guess, just because I'm not really sure that's an enticing trade package for anybody, but could be wrong. So what have the Suns done? Well, obviously we all know where they came from. They were in the NBA Finals years ago. Then they make the trade for Durant, which I don't think I blame them for, but the Beal trade was the big mistake. Trading for Bradley Beal to pair with Booker and Durant probably was a huge misstep, but here they are now. They've acquired Jalen Green, Dillon Brooks. They get Milwaukee on draft night. They acquire, like I said, Jordan Goodwin, Jared Butler. They trade for Mark Williams. I feel like it's been a solid offseason, all things considered, on where they were kind of trapped with. So I do give them credit for that, even though, like I said, they put themselves in this position to begin with. They will have a big $19 million cap hit every single season with Bradley Beal's contract, as we all know. And by the way, I forgot to mention to find my share scenario, my gamer tag is BUMAYO if you want to find it. So let's go ahead and get straight into the rotation for year one. I am recording this. I recorded a Spurs rebuild earlier today, and now I'm recording this one. So this is actually being recorded before the Spurs rebuild is even dropped, and this video won't be dropped until Saturday. So keep that in mind, I guess, if that makes sense. So you guys are watching this on Saturday. But let's go look at the rotation, all those things being said, and let's look at the Suns rotation going into year one. Although I thought we'd have to make a cut real quick because sometimes it takes forever to load, but this time it loaded just fine. So right now, Jordan Ott, of course, also new head coach for the Suns. Looks like, yeah, we're going to definitely go to a balanced system, I would say, with it being up to a 4-star. You know, Booker and Jalen Green will be starting the backcourt together. Brooks as the starting 3. I think that's locked and loaded, right? So now you have Devin Booker, Jalen Green, Dillon Brooks, and then I probably would imagine it is Mark Williams starting at the center position. Power forward, Royce O'Neal could make some sense for sure. Nick Richards, Ryan Dunn, Grayson Allen, Iguodala, and Jordan Goodwin. So, and then obviously we got to get Milwaukee and hopefully Rasheer Fleming minutes right away. So I think that's what I'd like to do. So we're already running 10 deep. So we probably have to kick Jordan Goodwin out, unfortunately, even though I like Goodwin, but I do want Fleming to play immediately. Of course, we traded up for him on draft night. And I want Milwaukee to play as well, so I think I might play him over Nick Richards. There still is potential that Richards will be traded, but I do want Milwaukee, some of these young guys to get minutes immediately. So while this may not be the rotation in real life, this is what I'm going to run. And obviously starting 5 will remain the same other than the fact that maybe Royce O'Neal doesn't start. But I think these 4 starting is probably a lock, I would think. But let's simulate year number 1. Let's see how this is about to go. The Suns, usually I've noticed, are a pretty good simulation team since their moves in 2K anyway. So I expect to make the playoffs in year 1. Jalen Green's a damn good player in the 2K simulation. So I think that's going to help us a lot in this video. But with that all being said, let's see what we look like at the end of year 1, unless if I stop at the trade deadline. We are at the trade deadline, and I am going to go ahead and trade away Nick Richards. We're not going to keep him, so I think it's probably in our best interest to just trade him before he's expiring and just walks for nothing. So we're basically getting AJ Green, who might be something for us. I'm not sure if he will. I'm not confident in saying that, but he is a good shooter as we're all aware. We get a second-round pick, so we're going to go ahead, make this trade happen, and the Milwaukee Bucks get Nick Richards to be on their team. I didn't think there was anyone else. Like I said, I could go ahead and aggregate Grayson Allen and Royce O'Neal to try to make something happen, but they do have plenty of years left on their contract. I don't think I'm in a huge rush to make that happen. So I think I'm going to keep going with how things are going right now. The team is really good, 30-19 at the moment. So going to leave things alone as they are right now and just continue to roll like this. But I felt like getting something for Richards, even though we didn't get anything significant, was definitely something we needed to look into. And I think in the offseason, we will definitely be looking into a big trade as far as aggregating contracts are concerned. because there's definitely plenty of options we could go with. It is storming quite bad outside, so it would not shock me at all if my power went out, which would really suck right now. But Jokic is your MVP, Flag is your Rookie of the Year, Russell Westbrook is your sixth man, Williams is your depoy, Keeter's your most improved, and Jokic is your clutch player, Finch is your coach of the year, Nathan Mack is your executive. So here's your All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third team, All Defensive first team, and All Defensive second team, and All Rookie first team, and All Rookie second team. So Milwaukee does make it right away. Fleming, did I see you on here too? No Rasheer Fleming, unfortunately, which does suck to see. Thought he would get a nod, but we are the 5th seed in the West, as I mentioned. I figured we'd be a good team this year, and we were. 28 from Devin Booker, 27 from Jalen Green. So as you can see, like I said, Booker and Jalen Green, like Jalen Green's a good simulation player along with Devin Booker. So it's safe to say we don't need scoring on this roster whatsoever. We need to just add complementary pieces around these two throughout the video. That will be the goal and the game plan and the hope. So I think restarting Mark Williams will be necessary as long as he's not asking for too much. Milwaukee and Mark Williams as our center rotation for the future sounds great to me. So let's see if we can take down the Lakers around 1, shall we? This is probably going to be a tough ask, but here we go. So obviously Luka, LeBron, potentially last year together. They're up 1-0. They're up 2-0, so they won both games in LA. Do we win both games in Phoenix? Nope. And we will lose in 5. So got to the playoffs, but got beat ultimately. I mean, it's a step up from last year, I guess, where we weren't in the playoffs at all. But Timberwolves beat the Raptors in 5 games. LeBron's going to call it. Chris Paul's going to retire. And yeah, so Drew Holiday also retiring after he has 2 years left of his contract, which is kind of an interesting decision. But okay, let's go to the lottery. This isn't going to matter for us, of course. We may have a pick from somebody, but may not. Like, I know they have like a couple late firsts from other trades or something, but don't think that conveys this year. So nothing going on here again. I will say, getting that pick for Nick Richards is probably nice to have because we don't have many picks at all. So I think that was kind of important to show. I don't know why, but I felt like it was. So we're going to keep Jordan Knott. Not going to get rid of him. Draft night won't matter for us unless we decide to trade in, but don't think we will. So let's just go straight to, I guess, player options at this point. So player options, Ryan Dunn will be accepted, and then qualifying offers. I do want to extend on Kobe Brea. He definitely intrigues me a little bit, so I'm going to see if he ever turns into something for this video. He was just a two-way guy for us, but wouldn't mind getting him back in again if we can. So AJ Green, definitely somebody I wouldn't mind bringing back as well. Could be a nice shooter, but I do want to look at trade options really quick first. So I think the biggest thing here is to hopefully upgrade this power forward spot. I'm kind of hoping Rasheer Fleming could become that. So Iguodala and Milwaukee, like Iguodala's probably going to be thrown in one of these trades because I feel good about Milwaukee and Mark Williams being our center rotation. So we're going to try to acquire a power forward. I think that's clearly the position of need right now. So that's our weakest spot in our roster. Let's go see if a power forward could be acquired to add to this team, shall we? Not someone I go for all that often, but I am intrigued by the idea of Santi Aldama from the Grizzlies. Only 25 years old, shot 37% from 3 last year. Probably won't turn into much for us, but that's why I kind of like the idea of Rasheer Fleming. Hopefully continue to develop behind Santi Aldama, or Aldama starts, or whatever way we decide to do it. But I think Aldama would be a good rotational piece for this team. So that is what I'm going to try to do. I know there's rumors about Kuminga in real life as well, but I don't think I'll jump on that. So Royce O'Neal is definitely going to be probably thrown in this trade as a salary filler for this one. They say no. Okay, so can I throw them Grayson Allen and Royce O'Neal, or can I just do... Maybe I'd throw Grayson Allen at them instead. They say no to that, so that's fine. I'm not throwing Fleming. I'm not throwing... I mean, I could throw Iguodala in here, like I said. He would be a throw-in in the trade, but I don't know if I would throw him into an Aldama trade. Like, I like Aldama, but not really sure. I'm going to offer a second. I don't know if I want to trade a first. This is a bad first we could trade in this scenario, where we get great... I mean, you probably would have to touch it first and maybe get off Grayson Allen's contract anyway. I mean, I guess it's expiring next year. And then a second. What do you say to that? Maybe this won't go through because I feel like I'm starting to throw in... If they don't want to accept the first, then not really sure I want to. So let's go see if we just asked for him what they would want. I can't imagine it would cost a ton, right? Like, he shouldn't cost that much, but he was definitely something on my radar and just doesn't... Something we may not make happen. So let's see. They want Brooks. That's not happening. Dunn, O'Neal. I'd prefer to keep Dunn in with Fleming, and then Jalen Green is not happening. So maybe Aldama is just not going to be something we can make happen. So I think I am going to just re-sign AJ Green really quickly. I mean, he's a very cheap knockdown shooter. I think you just might as well go for that. So I'm definitely liking that idea. And then we're going to renounce basically everyone here. It automatically renounced Kobe Brea for us. So I thank you, 2K. I love that you do that for me. It's so nice that you just automatically renounce people. Love that. Okay. Let's see if we can get him back. Minimum. Yeah, so we can get him back. Nice. Okay. And then Mark Williams, I think the main thing is to just get him back for as cheap as possible, basically. So we are indeed taking this to day 12 and seeing what he'll say on day 12 on how much he wants, because I do want him for, you know, it's fairly cheap. So 25 million a year sounds pretty good to me over the next 4 years. If we could flat rate that, I think I'd be found for 100 million. So he'll make 25 million a year. I'll definitely take that. Gillespie's back. So we have Green up to an 81, Mark Williams up to an 85, Malou Walker is already up, Iguodala's up to a 78. So, and then Fleming's up to a 75, which is great. And then Kobe Brea, look at that, already up to a 74 as well. So I'm glad we kept him. Got to keep him around as much as possible. I think he could become a piece for us. So I am going to simulate to this next season, but I think at the deadline this time around, we'll be trying to make something happen. We didn't last time with Aldama, but we're going to make something happen this time. Or Aldama or the trade deadline last year, we didn't stop. But this time, I'm definitely, you know, looking to stop if we can. So we're currently 28 and 23 at the trade deadline, and I have looked at the idea of acquiring a couple players. So these are the two guys. We already talked about one of them, but Aldama and Keegan Murray. And now, none of them, like I said, are super sexy, but two guys that would be capable rotational pieces. Aldama's averaging 36%, and Keegan Murray's averaging 9 and 40%. So both teams are selling. They suck, of course, so that is why we're kind of intrigued by both these guys. Again, not massive upgrades, but definitely guys that would play minutes for us automatically. So Keegan Murray, not someone I trade for that often, but if he could just score 10 points and shoot 40% from 3, play some defense, that's all I need. So that is going to be the target here, is trying to acquire Keegan Murray from the Sacramento Kings. He's making $15 million a year. We could make something like that happen. I would be willing to give you Grayson Allen, who is such a hot commodity. You know you want him. So if I throw in Iguodala in this scenario, I'd be down for it. I will throw this first rounder in here as well. Should be somewhat of a late pick. Actually, let's see if we can get away without doing a first rounder yet. Not doing an unprotected Phoenix pick yet. But what if we did a couple seconds? They don't agree to that. All right, Iguodala, could he be thrown in this trade? It looks like he could, but we definitely need someone back in return from them. So Axel Lundberg or Renaud. They do. Let's say if would they do this? No, they do not. Okay, what if I throw in that extra second? No, still not gonna say yes to this. Okay, what if we do get to where we throw that first in here and they agree? Okay, so we trade that first round pick. Cleveland's a good team, so that pick ain't gonna become any. Cleveland and Minnesota are both really good teams, so it's a late first we're trading away. But Keegan Murray is a damn good piece to be throwing in here, so I love that. And I also even might trade Iguodala to get some extra draft capital here, because like I said, man, I just don't think he's going to play for us. Malou Walker and Mark Williams kind of have that rotation locked down. So I think Iguodala is someone that I like. But for this instance, I don't know. Aaron Holiday in a first round pick. Like if we could pick up a protected first or something for Iguodala, I'd be all over that. Prosper, Chris Murray. We get a lot of protected Pistons pick. So like something like that. I'm down for that. We're going to do this. So the Pistons give us a heavily protected first for that. So now we have Devin Booker, Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, Keegan Murray, Mark Williams, Ryan Dunn, AJ Green, Royce O'Neal, and Colin Gillespie. But again, I am going to be playing Rasheed Fleming no matter what. So Royce O'Neal is going to play over Rasheed Fleming, and then, Rasheed Fleming is going to play over Royce O'Neal is what I meant to say, and then Gillespie will get that 10th spot. So I like that a lot. I'm still hoping Kobe Brea becomes something for us eventually. I'm hoping to keep re-signing him as well. I don't know if it would let me extend him right now. I highly doubt it. But if it did, I would love that. And unfortunately, it's not going to. So, Royce O'Neal's the only one wanting to sign an extension, but I'm not interested in that. So, we're 28 and 23. Just added Keegan Murray at the trade deadline. How much better will that make us? Well, we're about to find out. So, Cooper Flagg wins MVP. Boozer is your Rookie of the Year. Hero is your 6-man. Wimby's your D-point. And Ryan Rollins most improved. And Luke is your clutch player. And Kidd, Coach of the Year at 70 and 12. So, not bad from Dallas Mavericks. They got, Flagg, Jokic, Doncic, Wimby, and Cade. Here's your All-NBA second team, All-NBA third team, and All-Defensive first team, and All-Defensive second team. So here's our rookie teams, which is nice too, but we end up as the 5th seed in the West. So very similar position to last year. Again, Jalen Green and Devin Booker still just killing it scoring-wise, 27 and 27 combined, or, same thing. Pretty similar stats as far as scoring is concerned. 12 and 9 from Mark Williams, 11 and 8 from Malou Walker, 9 from Keegan Murray. So very similar to what he was doing when we acquired him. But let's go look at this 9 rotation for the playoffs, because that's what we're going to run. It's going to be Booker, Jalen Green, Brooks, Keegan Murray, Mark Williams, Milwaukee, Ryan Dunn, Royce O'Neal, AJ Green. So the only thing I will continue to fix, as I keep saying, O'Neal, I'm sorry, but we're giving these minutes to Mr. Fleming. All right, let's go see if we have any chance to take out the San Antonio Spurs. I have my doubts, but I hope we at least give them a series. So San Antonio at this point, which we just did a rebuild of them yesterday, they've added another guard to this equation, but they lost De'Aaron Fox. Josh Giddey on their team now. So game one goes to them. They win on their home floor, and we win on their home floor. So we actually get a win on their home floor by 1 point, which we'll absolutely take. So let's see if we can't win game 3 at home in Phoenix and take a nice lead here. But it looks like they're going to win a road game to start things off. So not great. 147-138. Kind of made it closer at the end, but ultimately we were done for there. So let's see if we can't make a tied series here happen. So got a big game 4. We need to win, and it doesn't. Oh, wow. We stole it at the very end. What the hell did we just do there? So we went on a crazy run there. It looked like we were done for, but all I got to say is Jalen Green hit some free throws to end it off, and now it's a tied series. So we go back on the road in San Antonio. We've already got to win once. We have what it takes to win again. If we could take out the Spurs, though, I will say there's a chance we could take out anybody. Now, Dallas did just go 70-12, but we're up 3-2 right now on San Antonio. Dare I say we have a shot at getting the second round over the Spurs right now. Wembanyama is having some trouble, but we may not. Okay, so game 7 is happening. We could be in trouble for game 7, but I mean, it's a positive sign. But again, this team was just in the finals years ago, so I'm not sure they would be happy with just, taking the Spurs to 7 games. You probably want to see some playoff runs, I would say. It was a commanding lead for us, but now they've made it close, and I have a feeling they're going to take it here at the end. But the close game, so we can slow this down as much as possible. We have the lead right at the moment, but let's see how much that hangs on. So 3-point game. It's a 1-point game now. Oh my gosh, this is going to be as back and forth as ever. It's a tied game. I mean, I think this is early in the video, but if we beat the Spurs to potentially go to the second round early on here, we may have something. I'm just going to say that. So let's go see if we have what it takes. I'm going to put the controller down. Again, it's a very early time to jump in, but I think it was necessary to do. So I thought Jalen Green might have went for the gamble there, but why does he look so tiny compared to Stephon Castle in the court right now? So I thought it was a foul for a second, but we get a nice block. Milwaukee's got a clear runway, and no one is going to pick him up in the paint. So it's 116-114. So shout out to Milwaukee for that. We got the double bigs on the floor as well, which, oh my gosh, I think Wemby's fouled out for them. We have to take advantage of this. He's not on the floor right now. Either Wemby's fouled out or they're just dumb. So Stephon Castle trying to make something happen, and he misses. We got our bigs plus Jalen Green and Booker on the floor, along with Ryan Dunn. Booker's going to take the basket, and he's going to lay it in. It's a 4-point game. Wow, what a run so far that we're on here since I've jumped in. So defensive stops and 2 baskets will take it. Stephon Castle continues to try to get Jalen Green, and I'm going to be honest, Jalen Green is holding his own. They're going to give him a foul. Let's find out if Wemby's actually fouled out. It would be hilarious if he wasn't, because, again, 2K is just so dumb. I could just look, obviously, but I'm just curious to see if they put him in. And no, I think he's fouled out. He's still on the, he's on the bench. He's definitely fouled out of the game. So Harper's now been put in. I don't know if he was in before, but I don't think he was. Still only a 2-point game, so we're not out of it just yet. Castle makes both free throws. Booker's going to have Harper guarding him. Booker, take this man to school, please. Let's come on. We got a screen from Mark Williams coming. Yes, and that's going to, I thought that was going to be, no, Booker's going to take it, and wow, what a layup. Very heavily contested, but Booker did not care. So Castle is going to continue to try to make something happen here. He has barely passed the ball. I don't think he's even passed it once, not going to lie. All right, he does go to Harper here in the post. Harper is going to hit a crazy turnaround fadeaway. Wow, what a shot. That was, okay. All credit to him to that. So 34 seconds on the clock. We have the 2-point lead. Booker just continues to just take it to the basket. Well, I don't think that was a bad shot. That does not go in, so we need a defensive stop here. Keldon's going to go back to Harper. Harper's going to just shoot the 3, and he's going to miss it. Very surprised with that shot selection, but very happy to have seen it. Now, we do have Mark Williams at the line, so I don't know how well this is going to go. As he will make the first one, so at least makes it a 3-point game. All right, the Spurs do have a timeout to use, and he's going to make the second one, so it's a 4-point game. 19.9 seconds left in the clock. We're in a great position to get to the second round. That's all I'm going to say. Now, can we hang on to it? Just get Booker. Well, I guess they have the ball right now, but I was about to say get Booker the ball when it comes to free throws. Let's see what they do. They're going to have Harper going to get it in the paint. He's going to take Booker to the basket. Good defense, and they're going to miss it. They're going to foul. Booker's got the ball, and we should be in a good position to end this off. So we're going to be going to the second round. We may have did all this just to lose, but with that being as close as it was, beating the Spurs in a 7-game series is really great to see because, as I mentioned, the Spurs are a damn good team to deal with in the 2K sim. So this is a great thing to see. Now, will we beat the Mavericks if that's who we play? Well, Vassell makes a very clutch 3, so we may not be done yet. But as long as Green... Oh, my gosh. Okay, I'm about to say Booker's about to bleed some clock there. But he's going to go the free throw line again. Just make these. We should be fine. Man, I don't think Booker's going to miss 2. That would have been deadly if he did. Okay, so they don't have a timeout this time around. Let's see, 126 to 121. Gonna make sure Vassell didn't hit like another 3 or something. We should be good. So Harper's gonna give it to Castle. Castle's gonna hoist a 3. It's gonna go in and out. All right, we're on to the second round. 126 to 121. Let's go play more than likely the Dallas Mavericks. Well, I will say that Dallas and New Orleans are in a 7-game series right now. Hey, New Orleans, if you want to do me a favor and knock out the Mavericks after going 70-12, I'm all for it. I'm just gonna say that right now. I'm simcasting an AI matchup because I would love to see the Pelicans take out the Mavericks, but unfortunately they're not going to. So we get to deal with the Mavericks, of course. Why would we not? So here we go. Obviously, no Devin Book or no Luka Doncic there anymore. That pretty much held the rivalry together. But again, they continue to want to go Royce O'Neal over Fleming, but I'm just not about it, man. Is that Tyler Smith on our team, by the way? Or it's Tolu Smith? Oh, we got him for the Pistons. That's right. Okay. Here we go. Game 1 is going to go to Dallas. Game 2 is going to go to them. So they won both games on their floor, which isn't too surprising. Do we have what it takes? Like I said, we may have just done all that theatrics in the Spurs game just to get swept by the Mavericks. That's definitely a possibility, but let's see if we get one here. Overtime, and what a heartbreaker. They're going to beat us at the very end. What happened there? So Devin Booker had a chance, but it looks like Cooper Flagg made the last shot to put them up with 3 seconds left. So we're down 3-0. Unless we have a vintage 3-0 comeback on our hands, we are probably more than likely done for here, which is disappointing to say the least. But I'm intrigued, I will say. So swept in the second round. So yeah, we did all that jumping to the Spurs game just to lose like that. So Flagg, Conference Finals MVP, and they do win the championship ultimately. So not too surprising there, but we're on the right trajectory. So that's a good thing anyway. The draft lottery time, let's see. So Detroit pick, I think that pick's for later on. So I was about to say we have a live protected Pistons pick, but I think it's for the future. So that pick we gave to, who was it again? Who did we give that pick to again? We got Keegan Murray. So the Kings got 27, I think, or no, that's from the Fox trade. What trade or what pick did we give the Kings? No way we gave them 7, right? That would be absolutely brutal if we did. I actually have no idea. I have to double check that. Did we give them pick 7? There's no way. I think it would have said it was from somebody else, so there's no way. So what else do they have? Kings have, it was 29. We gave them the 29th pick for Keegan Murray, which, yeah, you know, pretty, not bad. Let's go to draft night. Don't think we got to pick at all. And let's go see what we have going on here as far as, what was I about to look? Oh, yeah, we have no picks. That's what I was trying to look at. So player options, let's go see. We got Jalen Green declining, and I will say he does try to leave a lot, so there's a chance we don't get him back, which would suck. Gillespie and Kobe Brea, definitely guys I want to bring back. I'm kind of hoping to play Brea this year. So Jalen Green has an offer from the Miami Heat that he always seems to entertain. I'm hoping we can get him back, and weirdly enough, I might, well, it's not going to give me the option offer from no trade clause. Jalen Green is, yeah, man, he doesn't want to come back, which is really annoying, so I don't know. I don't think we'll be able to get him back, unfortunately, which would really hurt us quite a bit if we lose him for nothing. That would really hurt a lot. So, I don't know what more. I mean, I know what I could do. I actually have an idea. So let's make it happen. Hey, would you look at that? The Miami Heat are offering me some picks for Royce O'Neal. I won't take a first rounder off your hands, but just simply take on O'Neal's contract, and hopefully that'll take you out of the Jalen Green sweepstakes. I don't know if it will, but that's my hope. So he is going to, we're not going to renounce the rights on, so let's see. So Jalen Green still is considering options. So now the Clippers are in on him, of course. So another team pops up that's going to be a problem. So 5-year deal. We're his third option, bro. We're his literally third option. So we may be in trouble on getting Jalen Green back, and that really, really does suck. Like, oh gosh. Okay. So can I give him like a 3-year deal? Would that make a difference? I don't know if it would, but we're still in moratorium right now. It didn't even increase our offer. Dude, if we lose him for nothing, we're in trouble. That's all I'm going to say. But we may not have an op, and he goes to the Clippers. The only hope is he falls out. That's the only hope. Literally only hope. If he doesn't, I mean, I don't think we have cap space either. So, yeah, we're in trouble if we lose him for literally nothing. And moment of truth, he's gone. He is gone. Fellas, he is gone. So this video just became a lot harder. And this time around, unlike the Luka video, I'm not going to stop him, which sucks because I want to keep Jalen Green because he was kind of what I was building around. But losing him for nothing just absolutely hurt us quite a bit. So, man, I don't know where that takes us now. I'm not going to lie. All right, well, we're going to have to really, really build off that. So, okay, well, if you look at it, Kobe Brea is going to be the hope, basically. So we need Kobe Brea and Colin Gillespie to be as great as they possibly can for us. If not, we are toast. So, yeah, those two coming back are going to be basically the saving graces. I don't think there's really anybody intriguing. Well, there might be someone who can sign the last day of free agency who could be intriguing. So Gillespie, Green. So we'll pretty much a full 10 rotation, but just in case Brea isn't good, I guess, which I don't think that will be the case. I think he will be, but we can't bank on that. So what else could we sign to maybe have an interesting piece here? There's like Ryan Repair, I guess we can give like a 1-year deal to on the last day. So he's not going to accept that yet, but I'm going to give him an offer in the last day of free agency. There's AJ Mitchell as well. Yeah, that hurt, man. That hurt. Marshall's here. What else we got? So Zach Collins. We don't need Zach Collins necessarily. There's a Coward's here for some reason. I don't know why that always happens. Maybe I'm just gonna sign. I'm just gonna bank on Brea and Gillespie being hopefully guys that are developing. So Fleming's up to an 80, which is great. Dylan Brooks is down. Luwak's up to an 85, and then Kobe Brea's up to a 75, and Gillespie's up to a 76. AJ Green's a 78. Man, are we in trouble. We are in trouble after losing Jalen Green for literally nothing. But it is what it is. Not much I can do about it. So I'm going to next season. Booker's probably going to average 35 points per game, and we're going to have to try to help. We're going to have to try to get him some help somehow. Maybe that's using Dylan Brooks' contract, but if Jalen Green would have stayed, we would have had a great chance at something, but unfortunately he chose to go to the Clippers or wherever he went. So, yeah, we'll go see what the rotation looks like, man. This is what we got going into next season. Devin Booker, Kobe Brea, Dylan Brooks, Keegan Murray, Mark Williams, Maluwak, Ryan Dunn, Rasheer Fleming, and AJ Green is going to be a rotation at the moment. So Gillespie is out of it currently. So, I mean, again, I don't even know what tradable contracts we really have. It's going to be really tough to pull something off. So Keegan Murray, I guess, is our biggest salary, and Rasheer Fleming is technically ready to maybe step up into a starting role. So Keegan Murray's contract is probably going to be our best friend at the deadline if we're going to make something happen. I'm not sure we will be able to, but I think Devin Booker is going to still score enough to have us in position to be in the playoffs. But man, do we need to get him some help when we're in there, because I don't think this team's going to win a championship based off where we're at right now. But as long as Booker keeps us afloat and I'm able to strike at the deadline, I think that's the best thing we could possibly bank on right now. So we're at the trade deadline as we're 29 and 21. So the team is staying afloat like I wanted, but I told you we need to get Devin Booker some help. But Kobe Brea is playing pretty good. I mean, there's some all-around solid stats, but I think we're going to try to make something happen here still. So what we do here is going to be kind of an upside swing. I'm going to be honest with you. There's really not a whole lot we can do as far as trading for a superstar right now. It's just Keegan Murray is not going to, get us there at all. So here's kind of the target list right now. It's going to be, well, Aldama can be removed now. We're not really interested in him, but Demon and Yakachona. So, yeah, we're trying to go for a point guard to slide Devin Booker back to the 2 guard. So, I think Demon with him being 6'8", I mean, both of them are taller, which is nice. We need length. So, I am going to go for younger Demon, though, I think. Although, like I said, I'd be fine with either one. So, I am going to see if we can get Demon from the Nets to start things off here. So, kind of have an idea on how I want to make this happen, but let's see what they would say if I did try to grab him. So he is going to be pretty valuable, which makes sense. I'm going to offer you AJ Green, and also I'd be fine with Colin Gillespie. I guess I can't throw in the trade. Okay, what if I throw, well, I need a pick in here. So this Pistons pick is actually pretty good. It's a lot protected, so I'm going to offer this. They are going to say no. Okay, fair enough. What if I throw in a second and another second and another second? Can we eventually get there? Wow, we got there. Okay, so Demon is a brand new member of the Phoenix Suns. Very young, but we're trying to just hope for upside at this point. Losing Jalen Green was a shot in the chest. We did not plan to lose him at all, and we did. So that really hurt us, but now we have Kobe Bryant, Devin Booker, so we pretty much have our full-time rotation again, but now Demon is at point guard. I don't really know how much I expect him to contribute this year, but I'm just hoping that he will just keep progressing. That's the hope anyway. So he's locked up next year on his rookie contract, which is nice. We need Maluwak, Fleming, all these guys to just continue to develop as much as possible. Even Kobe Bryant, if he could become something too. Yeah, a lot of young players around Booker. We're the 6th seed right now. Bring in Demon to take Booker off point guard duties, and we'll see if, you know, we can be a good team this year. Losing Jalen Green really hurt this video very badly. Cooper Flag is your MVP. We got Yabusele Rookie of the Year. Hero is your 6th man. Wemby is your deep boy. Most improved goes to Walter Clayton. And Giannis is your clutch player. And then he's on the Kings, by the way, which is kind of weird to see. But yeah, the Mavericks continue to dominate. The simulation not confused there, or not surprised, I should say. Booker all NBA second team, which is great. But we are the 7th seed, so we're a play-in team this year. We kind of fell off a little bit, 41 and 41, so just stayed right there. I forgot to show team stats most of the video, by the way. I'm sorry. That's still a habit I need to develop. But 31 for Booker, 15 and 10 for Mark Williams, 13 and 8. So, I mean, we got a true point guard in here, which is great. So Booker doesn't have to handle that anymore, which is nice. But we need him to keep developing if possible. And then his shot would hopefully get better as we keep going. But points per game, we were probably we were 18th, so middle of the pack. And then points allowed, we were, I mean, it looks like we may have been pretty good defensively, so that's good to see at least. So, all right. Sacramento, who has Giannis Antetokounmpo. What else do they have? They got Carter, Burries. I mean, their roster is kind of gutted. Giannis and Sabonis is also an atrocious fit, by the way. So hopefully we just beat them, but we'll see what they want to do. So Fleming's going to start, which I just extended him as well. But I would love to see us get in the playoffs here again and see how far we could truly go with this. But the Kings right now with Giannis and Sabonis are giving us some problems, but we will win. So 103 to 107. Avoid the Mavericks, which is great. And we get to play the team that we beat last year. But that was a very close series, and we lost Jalen Green, so I don't know what to expect this time around. They're up 1-0. I should say what I knew. I knew what I should have expected. We're probably going to lose here. Although right now we're tied up, so I don't know. There's a chance that we make this happen. But all right, let's see if we can't beat them in Game 5. This is very similar to how it was last year. I won't jump in this time around no matter what happens here, but can we steal Game 5? No, we're down 3 and lose. Okay, Game 6, big one to force a Game 7. Let's see. Can we win Game 6 to force that Game 7 to happen? Have the lead right now, have the lead late, and we will force a Game 7. Wow, okay. Well, I think it's safe to say we go 8-man rotation for this Game 7. We don't have to deal with Dallas this time on this side of the bracket, but the Spurs are coming out hot. We come out slow, and that's going to be all she wrote there. So Spurs, you know, they beat us this time around. We lost last year, so that sucks. Okay, Dallas, San Antonio, Mavericks more than likely would have smoked us anyway if we would have solved them. So in Minnesota, who knows if we would have beat them. Okay, well, we got to hope that the young guys just continue to develop. And then I almost feel bad for Booker because, wow, the Blazers have not only their pick, they also have an Orlando pick from that trade they made on draft night. Number 1 and number 2 is actually crazy. So as a Blazers fan, that'd be wild if that happened. Has that ever happened in history where they had back-to-back picks? That would be crazy. But all right, we don't have a draft pick at all, so we can go straight to player options. So we have not been drafting at all, although our team is pretty young, I feel like. So player options, Maluwak, Demon will both be accepted. And then Ryan Dunn, definitely somebody I would like to keep. And Kobe Bryant as well. So keeping those guys, definitely important. Okay. Free agency time. Bird rights on Ryan Dunn, which I do want to keep him. So we'll get that done. And then I'm going to try to keep Kobe Bryant as well. And they're not actually suggesting to automatically renounce him, which is nice. We do have the ability to sign an MLE, which is very helpful. So that'll be nice to have. Probably, especially for a trade the deadline, because, yeah, so we probably should be signing a good point guard as a backup. So, like Tyus Jones, who has been here, or Tyler Kolek. So, I'm going to give Kolek a deal and just have him as, actually, I want to give him more money than that. So, I do want him, but let's give him more money than just what I gave him, because we want to have as much tradable salary. Well, I can give him the full MLE? Yeah, let's have as much tradable salary as possible at the deadline. So, Kolek, we can renounce Gillespie in this situation. And then Kobe Bryant, unfortunately, is not letting me just have his qualifying or his bird rights is what I'm trying to say. So let's go to day 12. We need Demon to develop as much as possible. And we need, you know, Maluwak, like all those guys, and Kobe. I mean, if he develops nicely too. Brooks is down. He's up to a 78. And then Demon's only up to an 84, which sucks. But 83 Fleming, which is nice. Okay. Deadline, we got to make a big move. And I don't know what that's going to be, but we brought in Cole to have extra tradable salary to make something like that happen. So we'll see what our options are when we approach that point. But we need it to be a big move because we need to give Booker some help if we're truly going to contend this year. Because at this point, that's where we should be. But Green losing or leaving us really hurt us, as I said last year. But I'm beating a dead horse. So 4-star proficiency. So things are still looking good. Starting 5 still looking pretty solid in my opinion. We just, like I said, need to get a really good trade at the deadline to push us in a spot where we should be taken seriously. So let's see how we're doing by deadline, and hopefully there's a move to be made when we get to that point. So we're at the trade deadline, and I don't think we're going to be letting ourselves a superstar, unfortunately. So we're going to be throwing Kolek and Keegan Murray in this trade for DeAndre Hunter and Aaron Wiggins. Not a bad return by any means. We just get an overall upgrade at this point with DeAndre Hunter. So yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and make this trade happen. And DeAndre Hunter is now added to this rotation. So Demon basically has become the second guy for us. But I mean, I really like this team around Devin Booker right now. I do think it has a chance to do something. But Demon, like, we feel like a very deep team. We just don't have like a second star per se, which I still think we have the option to make more trades if needed. But I do like the addition of DeAndre Hunter. So Brooks becomes a little bit more expendable, I would say. Demon has to remain at point guard right now. Ryan Dunn's a little bit cheaper. So I think Brooks, if he is to be traded, that would be the next best thing, I guess, even though I like Dylan Brooks on this team. But I think we have to try something else. So I'm going to try Dylan Brooks in the first to see what that would get me and see if like anything intriguing pops up that we'd be fine with. But I'm not expecting anything remotely crazy. It's like Okongwu, I guess, is interesting. So like what we could do technically is we could go grab Okongwu, right? Which I think I'm going to go ahead and do this. We're going to make this happen. We got to try something, right? Because if we're going to go win a championship, we got to bank on just, making something happen somehow, some way. So that trade is happening. And Maluwak is honestly a capable three-point shooter, which is why I think I might play him at the 4 this season, although he's not shooting very many. So maybe we increase his three-point shots and see a little bit. It's 72, so I'm going to go maybe... Wait, am I increasing his overall? No, we're at tendencies, right? Wait, hold on. Let me make sure I'm at tendencies right now. So, this is what I want, a tendency. And we don't want to be on the Thunder. So, tendency, if I can do... I don't know why it keeps going to the Thunder somehow. So, tendency. This is what I want. All right. So, let's... I don't know what I'm doing right now. Okay. There we go. That's what we wanted. All right. So, 3-point shot tendency. It's very low. So, shot 3 tendency is extremely low. So, let's push us up a little bit higher. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, but like a 60 would be nice. And we slide him over to the 4. He's going to go down in overall, but we got to try something, man. So, Maluwak is going to slide to the 4. So, that gives us a rotation of Demon, Booker, Hunter, Fleming, Mark Williams, Maluwak. Well, they want to start Fleming as well, but I think we could do this or whatever. So, the bench is extremely deep. That's something to take note of as well. So we'll see what this turns into. I like this team a lot. Is it good enough to win a championship? I don't know. It's a very deep team. Booker has a lot of damn good players to rely on. And we'll just see how it goes, man. So I will see you guys at the end. We're pretty good right now, I would say. But let's see if it turns into a team that can go win it all or not. So Shea wins MVP for the Thunder. Paul is Rookie of the Year. Petaway is your 6th man. Wimby's your DPOY. And Mika is your most improved. And Shea's also your clutch player. So here's your All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third team. Devin Booker still making it, averaging 27 points per game. So we're running out of time to get him a championship here in Phoenix is what I would say. I don't even know how many years he has left in his contract, low-key. It might be, plenty. 2 years. So we have this in next year, and that's going to be the end of the video. So we're the second seed in the West. We were a damn good team. We won 60 games. So 27 from Booker, 16 from Fleming. I mean, we've given Booker a very deep rotation, which is great, but we'll see if, how well it goes in the playoffs and how it fares. But we'll find out here in just a second. Team stats. We were very low points per game wise, which makes sense. I mean, actually, no, we were 13th offense. Not bad. And then it looks like defensively, we were pretty good. We were the second best defense points allowed. So we'll absolutely take that. All right. So we got the Clippers in round 1, which this team was giving me some trouble in yesterday's video if you watched it. So let's see how this goes. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 goes to us. So far, so good. And are we going to sweep the Clippers? We are. So we're chilling there. I prefer not to play the Spurs again, but that's probably what's going to happen. Is it the Rockets? It's the Spurs again. Okay, San Antonio. We're here for a third time, aren't we? So let's see how this is about to go. Game 1 goes to them. We even it up. So San Antonio, I mean, they got basically the same team other than Anthony Simons is there now. And I think I saw Alonzo. But we're up 2-1. That was a close game 3. And we're up 3-1, so we may be in a good spot, but they may come back from 3-1 as well. That wouldn't shock me in the slightest. So let's get out of here and not make this happen the way they're trying to make it happen, please. Can we? No, we're going to a game 7. So that sucks. 114 and 119. A game 7 is indeed happening after we just had prime position to knock them off, but here goes nothing. Can we get out of here and not lose to San Antonio Spurs? This is the 3rd time we've played them in this video. We have a nice commanding lead right now, and we are going to, I think, win. Yeah, 103 to 125. We get to the conference finals, first time in the video. Dallas or OKC. I am heavily rooting for the Thunder to knock off the Mavericks right now for us, but which is kind of weird to say because the Thunder are a good team as well, but the 2K Thunder are much easier than the 2K Mavericks, which is backwards, but all right, it is Dallas. We got to go through the best to get to the finals. So let's see if we can make it happen. Detroit and Orlando are on the other side. So Dallas, they have Zion now with Anthony Davis and Cooper Flex. So that's intriguing. Game 1 is going to go to them. Game 2 goes to them as well. And we can even it up, hopefully. Yeah, we can. We're not done yet. Okay. Big time to go out here and hopefully win a game 5. Detroit is on the other side if we're able to get 2 more wins here. But right now the Mavericks are going to easily beat us in game 5. We didn't even stand a chance here. So 93 to 119. All right, game 6. Can we make it happen? I think the home team has won every single game so far. So let's hopefully continue that trend and change it in the next game. But they're going to win on the road. So yeah, we lose 119 to 101. So that sucks. The Mavericks going to win it all again. I think all we can really do now, we've made all of our moves, is we run it back one more year and hope for the best. I think that's all we can really do. So next year will be the last one. I just saw Mavericks are adding a top pick as well. You know, adding a head coach or a new head coach may give us a boost too. So I'll go for Nick Nurse, even though it didn't look like he was interested in coming here at all. So probably won't get him. I'll go for Mike Brown as well. We'll see if we get him on the team, and this will be like our only move this offseason. Other than that, I will just see you guys at the end of next year. So we're going to hope for the best, but we'll see, man. We'll see if we can make it happen next year. We've given it our all. So Mike Brown's probably, nope, he's going to say no to us as well. So I'll grab whatever coach I can find, and I'll see you guys at the end of next season. Final chance of the video to win a championship. We can find ourselves as the 2nd seed in the West once again. 27 from Booker, 16 from Fleming, 15 from Hunter, 15 from Dimon, 15 from Luwak, 13 and 9 from Mark Williams, 7 from Kobe Brea, 7 from Okongwu, and 4 from Ryan Dunn. So let's go ahead and see. Look at our whole rotation is on fire, which is great to see. So let's see what happens. We get Sacramento round 1. They still have Giannis Antetokounmpo. They now have added, I mean, their young guys have developed more, I will say. If we lose in round 1, then I guess that's what we'll lie in. And the Sacramento Kings so far giving us some problems, and I have a bad feeling about this, I will say. So let's see if we can't win game 6 and get to game 7. If we lose in round 1 to end this video, that would be disgusting. And it was just tied. What happened? They hit a game winner on us. One point game, and they beat us. Unbelievable. We lose on some free throws with time he literally, Okongwu it fouls with no time remaining. That's diabolical. Of course. Okay. I'm assuming the Mavericks will go on and win it all. No, actually it won't be. Pistons, Clippers actually may have been our best chance to go win a championship, and unfortunately we have to lose in round 1. So yeah, Jalen Green leaving definitely hurt us, but I still feel good about the team we put together. Did we have a secondary superstar to Devin Booker? Maybe not, but fortunately a championship just did not happen in this one. I still feel like if Jalen Green would have stayed, we would have got one eventually there, but we'll never know. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you on the next one. This is Crushables. Please have a good rest of your weekend. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.